All right, well, let's take you straight to Rustenburg, where SABC News reporter Natasha Phiri is live to us from Wohwashe out in Rustenburg. Natasha, it's good to have you with us. We understand, of course, that you are at the place, at the venue where all the celebrations are going to be ensuing. Talk to us about the program. I know that it is now 1700 hours Central African time, and we know that a lot of people are busy on the other side actually registering for the presidential gala dinner. Good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon to you, Alicia, and of course to our SABC News viewers. Of course, and as SABC News, we're giving you all the different vantage points. However, Alicia, I'm at the annual Pita Mokaba Memorial Lecture. Ntla is at the venue that will be covering, the state of readiness. And of course, our political editor, Mzwandile Mbeje, will be covering the gala dinner where ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa will be speaking. But just to give you the reflections of, the various young people that have been speaking here and what's going on inside, the ANC Youth League President, re-elected President Colin Malachi is speaking. He will be followed by the ANC Secretary General, Mr. Phiri, who will be delivering the keynote address. But of course, Alicia, the ANC also has a mammoth task of addressing the needs of young people, speaking to their needs and saying how will they fix the unemployment crisis in the country. You know that unemployment levels amongst young people are very high, especially in this area. I mean, throughout the week, you've been hearing young people saying that, listen, we've got the necessary qualifications, we've got the skills, we need employment. And this is something that they say the government actually needs to fix. And which also draws me back to an interview that our colleague Nkolisi Masango actually had with the ANC, Chair Natasha, of course, the ANC Youth League, and many young people in the country not taking kindly to his remarks. Others are very angry, and this has caused a furore since where he had said that, young people, South Africa's youth is passive. We heard the likes of, Sasko and Kosas here, even the ANC Youth League president himself saying maybe, as young people, they should actually collect all the CVs of young people and post them outside his house to actually show them how serious they are of unemployment. I mean, one youth leaguer also said inside that, it's quite an indictment to see so many young people here on a Friday afternoon where young people are actually supposed to be, at jobs or the work of employment, Alicia, but that is not the case because of the high unemployment levels. Others also lamented the fact that, Northwest Province is so rich in minerals. I mean, this is the key platinum belt, Alicia, but young people are not found in those spaces. And I want to bring you back to some conversations that the ANC Youth League had at their National General Council last year in Kimberley, where the ANC Youth League, had decided that perhaps, as young people, they should actually take over the township economy instead of foreign nationals. And while we speak about the township economy, I just asked my colleague Wazi Mines just to actually show us, what is happening here. Young people have actually set up some stalls to actually, sell some clothes. Young people have actually resorted to taking things into matters, Alicia, into their own hands by being entrepreneurs. But those very same entrepreneurs are also complaining, saying that they're not receiving much support from government. They're not receiving much support from the relevant authorities. If I'll just quickly rope in this young gentleman, perhaps. Can you speak to any young youth leader? I think, Alicia, they're scared. Let me just try fetch this gentleman here. Sanboy Ninjani, can you speak to any young people? Do you want to speak, sir? Just quickly. Okay, Alicia, it seems as if the young people of Rustenburg are not keen to speak to us on SABC News about their plight or their challenges. But of course, this is what, the youth of this province have been complaining about, the high unemployment rates here. But speaking about local government and, the state of local government in this area, we've heard Colin Malachi saying that there needs to be consequence management amongst ANC deployees, Alicia. So if you don't perform in a municipality, you must be booted out. And that is in the context of, the ANC introducing the local government barometer to actually evaluate the performance and assess the performance of young people. Let me just quickly spoke to this young guy before we actually head to Mzwandile. Sorry for calling you young man. Young man, your name, your surname. I mean, what do you, as you head to the ANC celebrations tomorrow, how do you expect the ANC to address the crisis of youth unemployment in the Northwest?
First and foremost, Ramon of West, Setswana is our dominant language. We love South Africans. ANC rhetorical. We've heard this before, and it's going to happen again. They are here giving us total attention, giving us promises, telling us about how we had Moshapa Lane. We put councillors that were youth. Once they are inside, they are no longer for the people. They get to benefit with these old guys. Now they are coming here promising us things that will never happen. Limon West, whereby is there is high unemployment rate. And we have mines, and wherever people are trying to make a living, they are saying they're illegal miners. What should the people do? If somebody is coming and is a foreigner and is eating next to your house, what should you do? Should you leave them eat while you are not eating? When they come, they arrest you, the South African. But the Zimbabwean is not arrested. Why is that so?
So we have to toss to our political editor, Mzwandile Mbeje. Of course, these are some of the sentiments, Alicia, that you hear from young people. With that said, I do understand that Mzwandile Mbeje is at Sun City, and of course, he is in preparation or preparing for that gala dinner where ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa will be addressing, attendees and delegates. Mzwai, what's happening on your side?
Well, thank you very much, Natasha. Indeed, I've heard those people, actually, they're quite very angry about the state of affairs. They want employment. And as you know, here we are at the presidential gala dinner. This is an event that happens almost every time there will be a big event of the ANC. This is part of raising funds for the party. You know that the party is struggling somehow in so many areas. You'd recall those reports, for example, in December, where it was even struggling to pay some of its staff. So they are going to be meeting with a number of people. In fact, they are saying they are fully booked, so which perhaps is good news for them. So perhaps they've been able to then find ways to raise funds. And also, Natasha and Alicia, this is a crucial year, particularly not only for the party. You would know that later this year, we expect that there will be local government elections. So as much as they are raising funds for the party, so their eyes are far ahead because they now have to start thinking about fighting the local government elections. So if you look at what happened in 2024, where their vote was reduced drastically, going to 40%, so they would want to turn that corner, particularly when it relates to local government elections, because local government elections is where people really are direct in terms of making a say as to what they want to happen. Yes, this province is, in inverted commas, safe for them as the ANC. The question is the kind of service delivery that the party is giving here is sufficient to still allow them to continue to govern by and large on their own. So as the president of the ANC sits with those who would be donators to the party, so he would have this in mind, that perhaps when all is said and done, the kind of delivery that is needed and the kind of promises that he will need to make going forward, so will be some of those that will be implementable, because South Africans would want to see a country that is functioning, that is well run, and the party that perhaps is the majority, of course it's in a coalition, so we'll have to prove that by deed, not just wait. So the business people will be here, the party leadership will be here, and some of what the president is really going to say will touch on what his key message will be tomorrow. Remember, the party will be delivering a January 8 statement. That statement is a